doing? It is the full moon in Aries. There's a lot of, Aries is that fiery energy, right? So there's going to be a lot of like fierce, fast, passionate, driven, motivated energy. So you're going to be feeling, definitely the weight of this. This is the harvest moon, right? And during the harvest moon, that's when we have our spiritual harvest as well, right? All the seeds you've been planting all spring and summer and stuff, this is where the fruitfulness comes. Depending on the kind of seeds you've been planting, So, let's see how this goes for you. Also, we're going to have the eclipse on the 14th. Pluto is going direct on the 10th. It's just, yeah, it's a big couple weeks for us, right? I already have these in my hand, but you know what? I normally do start with the oracle cards. I'm feeling like doing things different. So we're going to start out with the tarot and then go into the oracles. Everything's changing. Make room. So let's see what your harvest is like. The moon card showed up. Love it. Eclipses really eclipse cycles for us. The full moon is like everything kind of reaching its peak. The Chariot in reverse, Cancer energy. Could be Cancer, or in your recent past, there was this energy of feeling stuck, like making efforts, but something wasn't moving. Feeling like you were kind of stuck. I know I just said that, but that's really what's coming to mind, is this stuck energy. This like, where do I go from here? Let's find out. Where do you go from here? Interesting. I'm going to need clarifiers on this. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Which is like, but why? Why is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse? And we have Judgment in reverse. Bad judgment. Or being judgmental. Also, with Pluto being in reverse, Pluto is in retrograde. So this could also be the energy of, while Pluto is in retrograde, you're gonna be feeling that. Queen of Pentacles in reverse tells me that it could be financial, or like feeling like a financial standstill. And we have the Queen of Cups. This is like an abundance of emotions, right? This is the Queen of Love, very loving, very compassionate, very maternal. And it fits with that water energy of the Chariot. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse is Jupiter in reverse. So there's something to do with while these planets are in retrograde, because they're both in retrograde. Give me more on that. I want to know. It's like there was a judgment call where your path could have split off in two different directions. But whatever direction you committed to with the Four of Wands perhaps led to this, this stagnant energy. We do have the star, Aquarius energy, could have something to do with an Aquarius. Also, this is hope, right? This is like that light at the end of the tunnel, the silver lining energy, like whatever you're going through is not permanent, and maybe there has to be some sort of a loss, right, with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, in order for you to reach that gain, right? And what I mean by that is, like, if you had poor judgment in, say, entertaining certain people, right, different relationships, friendships, whatever, and you notice that every time you entertain these energies, you lose, right? You start going broke, or you have car trouble, or random like bad luck seems to happen when you continue to persist with certain energies or certain people. And it's hard to cut people off because we love them, we don't want to cut them off. However, it's like blocking your blessing, because it looks like if your blessings are going to people who have earned themselves bad karma, then the universe is going to stop your blessings, because you can't be out here blessing people that are getting a lesson, right? They're catching a lesson from the universe. We can't interrupt somebody else's karma, because it becomes bad karma for us. As much as we all want to be giving and we want to be charitable, or, we also have to understand that there are limits. And when the universe starts sending hints and signs, we got to pay attention to those. Centaurus, Eight of Pentacles. You could start, working on a new project, or just focusing on your work, working hard. And the Eight of Pentacles is like earning your harvest. So I do see like you're planting good seeds for harvest. You have to pull the weeds, bro. It sucks to say it like that, because that's not how we want to look at our loved ones, right? Even I've been a weed in other people's lives, and I know that, and yeah, it's like, if you want this harvest, you've got to pull the weeds. There's hope, though. Your hard work is like going somewhere. And the Four of Wands has something to do with, it could be your household, could be a relationship, a marriage, because the Four of Wands does represent like marriage, or like a big commitment, but it's like it's holding you back. It's holding back your progress. I feel like you know this. Princess of Pentacles is showing up. Spring. There's something about spring. Princess of Pentacles is like, there could be a new opportunity or an offer or something taking place for you, where it's going to feel like spring, like something's blooming, blossoming, you're blossoming. Your opportunities are, blossoming. Because all these flowers represent abundance, right? And that pentacle in her hand is obviously, wealth. So I do see you coming back from this. We all face setbacks, right? We all face it. And a lot of life is just trial and error, you know? It's just figuring out what the hell. And we gotta like fall and get back up and fall and get back up. That's how you learn how to walk. That's how you learn how to ride a bike. That's how you learn how to skateboard. Anything. And then once you learn those things, it's so simple, right? You might fall a couple times later, but you're gonna fall a lot less once you have established yourself in those ways. Alright. What does the universe ask of you at this time? I'm hearing invest in yourself. Investing in yourself is more than just money, too. It's your time, your energy. What are you investing your time and energy on? Is it benefiting you? Is it something that's going to take you to the next level? The Hanged Man. They're asking you, because this is Neptune energy, alright? Pisces is ruled by Neptune. They're asking you, though, to hold up, right? Like, this requires patience. Like, you might not need to worry so much on moving, right? Or with that Chariot in reverse, it's like something is saying like stay put, something is coming with the Princess of Pentacles. Princess of Swords in reverse, Winter in reverse. Perhaps like you're being asked to like hibernate in the winter, like maybe be more low key. Also with the Princess of Swords being in reverse, it's like I'm hearing no weapon formed against you shall prosper. All tongues raised against you will be silenced. Whatever that means, right? I mean, I know what it means, but like, perhaps you have like some haters or like people spell casting, you know? And they don't even, sometimes people do it unintentionally, right? Because all it requires is a certain energy, a certain saying certain things. Like when people are like, oh, I hope they fail, or oh, I hope da-da-da happens to them, or da-da-da, then they're casting spells. Like if you've read the Four Agreements, you understand like your word is your wand. And so like what you speak becomes, you know, like energetically manifest. So I think it's really kind of, you're in a space of like being protected even by, you know, kind of being more low key, going into hermit mode, hibernating during the winter, saying spring is really going to be your time here. That's interesting. Yeah, we got the Tower, right? Mars energy. Something needs to fall apart here. Because with the Sun card, Leo energy showing up, what I'm seeing here is something has to fall apart. Something has to come to a conclusion in order for you to reach that abundance. That, I mean, because with the star and the sun, it's like you may be destined to like be in the spotlight, and you like right now I feel like other individuals could get in the way of your progress or like speak evil on your like progress even. um and it's kind of like spirit is like asking you to move in silence, like be a little under wraps, like don't go telling everyone your plans. If like if you're looking to like progress in certain ways, because some people, or be very specific about who you talk to about certain things, make sure they're on your side, because like some people are not, or some people want to keep you stuck, right? And because it benefits them when you're stuck. And so it's kind of like, like they will try to bring up blockages and conflict. And with Mars energy, that's very masculine energy. And it looks like, I'm not saying that it's male or female or whatever, that's just the energy that's coming through. And it's like, it almost feels like a spiritual test. I don't like using like that terminology, but that's what it feels like. How are you going to respond? What judgment call are you going to make? It's like, it would be like if you were a spy and you went to an enemy spy and you start giving them information, like espionage or whatever, and then like a double agent, and obviously they're going to turn on you because you're, like divulging information that they could use. So it's like, I'm not saying that's specifically it, just saying that like that's kind of the energy that I'm seeing, is like you don't know who's on your side sometimes. Ace of Swords in reverse. Yeah, take no action. With the Death card in reverse, Scorpio energy. Take no action and don't speak certain things, right? Like, Ace of Swords also talks about like telling, and I'm not telling you to lie when I say this, but being too open about certain things, because it's all about the truth, right? But being too open about it is like detrimental to your scenario. Like there's saboteurs, right? Like there's somebody who would utilize that. Also with the Death being in reverse, there's like a rebirth happening, right? Like a transformation that's occurring. Ace of Cups. With the Queen of Cups, this could be a partner, or somebody showing up as a potential partner. Because Ace of Cups is like a new love cycle. It also represents filling your own cup, self-care, doing what you got to do for you, Taurus in reverse, the Hierophant, or the Hierophant in reverse, Taurus energy. Could be dealing with a Taurus. I want clarification on that. And that. So we have the Hierophant in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, and the Ten of Swords in reverse. There's an individual here that's like, they're not super spiritually inclined, or they're not like a spiritual authority, if that makes sense. Like, they're not somebody learned in that way. This is also somebody who is just not learning or growing, right? Which is the opposite of what I'm seeing for you. That's how I know that this is another energy popping up. With the Hermit in reverse, Virgo energy. This is somebody who they could be like trying to like influence you to like climb out of your shell or whatever, or like, I'm hearing exposed, right? Like, so be exposed or whatever, or like they're trying to pull you out of your zone. They don't want you to have too much time to reflect or introspection. Ten of Swords in reverse tells me that like they're not going to be successful in like defeating you or betraying you or whatever. Like I said, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Any tongue raised against you will be silenced. And that's really what I'm seeing here. It's like a very immature energy of somebody who like, maybe they, because that word exposed keeps coming out with that Hermit, and it's like maybe they like to gossip about you or like talk about you behind your back, or like, you know, they try to, you know, like maybe make you not look so good. But whatever efforts, it's like people are looking at them and their character and like their life, and they're like, no, like I know this person, and that's just not how it is. The moon is coming out. Pisces energy. I told you when we started the shuffle that I was feeling that energy. I feel like they're going to be exposed, right? Like people are going to see like their shadiness. You can't hide under that light. There's like an illumination of like somebody like being kind of a double crosser, if you will. And it's like that's coming to light. Good. Three of Swords in reverse. Yeah, they can't hurt you. They can't touch you. You're spiritually protected. Six of Pentacles sideways tells me there's a level of codependency. Like maybe like in some level they rely on you. Like I said, that Four of Wands came out, which represents the home or marriage or some sort of like commitment like that. Two of Cups in reverse. It could be a breakup or a severance of like, because not, the Two of Cups isn't always romantic, right? And I'm saying that because like there's not a whole lot here saying like romance to me, right? But I see like a separation. And with the world in reverse, I feel like they're trying to delay the process. Like they know it's inevitable, but they're trying to delay it. And Spirit is saying, oh no, wait. Why? Oh yeah, because there's something to be exposed here. It's almost like Spirit wants you to see the entire situation for what it is. So that you don't make the mistake of going back. Alright. Now let's pull some oracle cards. Whether this is like a deep friendship or relationship or family or whatever, I feel like no matter how close you keep it to your heart with that the Queen of Cups, it's like you're being called to let go with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, because it's like no good is coming from this situation. And that's where the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. You need to make a judgment call. Star family. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. A new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Right? I feel like you're integrating like a parallel reality, right? It's like if you visualize hard enough what you really desire your life to look like, right? If you had no limitations, there was nothing standing in your way, what would that look like? And the more you pay attention to that vision, you keep that in the forefront of your mind, the more you're pulling that into your reality. You know, when you meditate next, you should really talk to Spirit about discernment, helping you to discern who your star family is, right? And who isn't. Because there's going to be a lot, it's hard to tell unless you can feel it, right? And eventually you get to that point. Not everyone's at that point, and that's why I'm saying this. If you're not at that point, then especially with this connection that you've been holding on to, it's like you're gonna need to get to that point to where you're like, okay, I've had enough of this. Done. Ask Spirit to show you who your soul family is. Like, when you're around certain people, how do you feel around them? Pay attention to that. If you feel a lot of anxiety, paranoia, anger, irritability, whatever, it's a good indication that that's not your soul tribe. If you're feeling a lot of love and you want to be open and you feel free to speak, without being judged or, criticism or whatever, that they don't put you down, or they don't try to minimize, what you say and things like that. It indicates like who really is on your side. People will tell you if you rather than using conversations to speak, you use conversations to listen. People will always tell on themselves. Their true intentions come out, whether they like to admit that or not, because they can't help it. Get them talking. Feel what they're saying. Don't just hear what they're saying. Feel what they're saying. Does it sit right with you? Do your spidey senses tingle? Sometimes people make jokes and they reveal quite a bit about themselves based on what they're willing to joke about, too. Pay attention to that. Kalika Tantrika. Kali overcomes karma, realigns us with our path when we have veered off course, reverses the momentum of negativity and detaches draining energy cords, restoring us to full vitality. It may seem like your will is being thwarted, or you are not getting what you want, but the goddess knows what she's doing. Her actions will benefit you. Trust. Alright, I'm going to pull another one. I guess I will pull a few of them. Shadashi. Shadashi cleanses the soul from past hurts. Her presence indicates recovery and reclaiming of dignity after experiences of being judged, betrayed, or criticized. If your innate being has been put down in any way, or if there has been bullying or nastiness directed toward you, Shadashi brings healing and renewal so you can rise above and lay claim to your innate beauty and worth. Kama of Kali. You're being offered a spiritual gift from the Divine Mother. Your path need not be one of endless exertion. Connecting with pleasure is a path of personal empowerment, intending to bring spiritual benefits to the collective through the softening and opening of your heart, is an act of worshiping the Divine Feminine. Let yourself receive her loving gifts. Kamala Devi. Held within Kali's protection, your heart radiates peace, certainty, and beauty. Her grace melts frustration into inspiration, fatigue into replenishment, and overactivity into effortless attraction. Kamala is the golden pathway of divine protection and peaceful contentment. She empowers your heart to receive with the same generosity, openness, and grace that you express when you give. You are swiftly approaching sacred fruition. Yeah, this is actually a really good reading. We all got to go through the challenges, the hardships, but it looks like you are very divinely protected. Your path is protected. Your resources are protected. It's not like the universe is withholding your gifts, just to spite you. It's like they're protecting your gifts for when you are in a good place to receive them. So, where they can't be taken from you, right? It can't be stripped. Because people will do that. They'll try to leech onto your gifts because they haven't earned them for themselves. And if they were half as focused on their own path as they've been on you, they would probably get somewhere real fast. However, they choose to be petty. And that's their path, and we gotta let them be on it. But they don't need you to entertain them while they're doing that. And basically, that's what I have for you. Namaste. I love you guys, and I'll see you later.